Hey, what's going on, everybody? So tonight I'm going to be doing my first movie review, and my first movie I'm going to be reviewing is Deadpool. Now, I want to do movie reviews on movies that come out. I don't go see every movie that comes out, mainly because people I usually see movies with are just too busy, or they don't feel like spending all the money to go see a movie. Like, what is it, $11 or something for a ticket now? It's like, you know. Anyways, I'll do movie reviews on like older movies too, but once in a while I'll do a movie like this, Deadpool, that I do go to the theaters to see. I should have did a review on Star Wars last month when I went to see it. I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't have the time, I guess. But now I have time. So I just got out of Deadpool, and I will say it was really, really good. It's not like anything more than what I expected, really. It's basically what I expected. It's funny. It's got jokes throughout. Him breaking the fourth wall, talking to the audience a bunch, and it's Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, which is probably the best casting since I don't know, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine or Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. It's perfect. You know what I mean? And everyone knew it would be perfect. I mean, didn't he like self-reference in the comics? I would love Ryan Reynolds to play me in a movie or something like that. I've seen a picture of that. The only thing I would say that surprised me about the movie was how much drama was in it. I won't get to spoilers. I'll do spoilers at the end of this video. I'll tell you when I'm going to talk about spoilers. But there was a lot of stuff with the love interest in this movie. I didn't know it would be, it's not too much, not terribly too much, but it's one of the main focuses of the movie is him trying to get back to his love after he becomes, Deadpool. I would say it's probably like 60-40 in favor to comedy. It's probably 60% comedy, 40% drama. Because like this isn't really I wouldn't say it's a comedy movie. It's a superhero action movie, rated R superhero movie. Which, by the way, people are saying, oh, it's the first rated R superhero movie. People forget about Watchmen. That's a superhero movie, right? It's from DC. And it's got several heroes, and that's rated R. I love that movie. It's pretty underrated, if you ask me. But anyways, that's another video. Yeah, I would say 60% comedy and then 40% drama. Because, like, what I was going to say, basically any the comedy movie has a dramatic part or a serious part in it. It's not full comedy. Now, I don't know why it was silly of me to think this, but, like, going into the movie, or in advance, I was thinking, oh, this movie's probably just, jokes throughout, him, talking to us throughout, funniness. I thought, like, not 100% of comedy, but I thought it would be a lot more. But there was still plenty of comedy in it, I was just, like, a little surprised how much drama was in it. But it was, it was good drama. It was well made, well acted, well directed. I don't know what else I should say about it. There's a few surprises in there which were good. And the jokes were as soon as the movie starts, it's like, wow, alright, I know this is what it should be. And they made it well. It's not like a mess up or anything. It's not like a mistake like the first time they tried Deadpool, which was if you've seen X-Men Origins, or Wolverine, that wasn't so good. But yeah, it was definitely good. If you have any like thoughts, oh, it's not Deadpool. It's not going to be the comics. There's no way you can do that perfectly. I would say, because I've read some, and from what I can tell, this is like a good adaptation of it, and they're planning to do more already. I think they already like greenlit the sequel, right? Don't quote me on that. I think that's true. Sorry, I'm umming a lot. I've never done a movie review, so this is my first one. I'll say definitely check it out. If I had to give it a grade on like what's like scale 1 to 10, I guess I would just give it maybe like I'll give it a solid 8 maybe, just because of how much fanboy service I guess you could say. Like it's nothing like like The Godfather or anything like that. But in terms of like superhero movies and being a fan of stuff like this, like I'm just like basically a fan of everything. I love anything really, like pop culture related or I would say it's probably a solid 8. So yeah, I don't see. I'm not trying to talk. I'll do spoilers, but right now I don't want to give spoilers to anyone who hasn't seen the movie yet. I don't know what else I can say without spoiling stuff. I'm really trying to think. Um, yeah, I would just say go see it. Um, I'm surprised too. The theater I went to wasn't packed. Like there was people. I'll say it was packed, but it wasn't. Every seat was taken. It wasn't Star Wars. When I went to see Star Wars, of course every seat was taken. Um, and especially considering this is the night before it comes out, I was really surprised. But there was a lot of people in there, but there's empty seats. There's plenty of empty seats. I don't know what that means though. Maybe the rated R movie was, because like yeah, it's a rated R superhero movie. People trying to get in and stuff. Maybe they did buy the tickets, but they weren't old enough, or maybe they had somebody try to get them in. Because the theater I went to, they were very strict on letting people in. Because I tried getting my sister in, and she's a huge Deadpool fan. She had to see this movie, and she's only 15, and I'm over 18. So, but the rule is you have to be 21 if you're not the parent or something like that to get the other person in. Or I don't know if it has to be the parent. You just have to be 21 or over. I'm not that old, but yeah, they wouldn't let us in. They were giving us a hard time. Like seriously, like if I was working at the theater, unless my manager's right there, which wasn't the case with this, they weren't letting us in. But we eventually got in. We had to get our mom to get us in. It was ridiculous, but yeah. I'm surprised at that. Maybe that's why all the seats were a lot of empty seats there. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to get into spoilers right now, so if you haven't seen the movie, don't continue watching, but definitely go see it. If you were planning to see this, or maybe change your mind about it, just go see it. It's great. If you have the money for it, of course. So yeah, alright, spoiler time. Alright, so talk about spoilers. The only thing that left me hanging with the question, Gina Carano's character, Angel Dust, the big muscular chick. She's a UFC fighter, anyways, in real life, and she was in a few other movies like Fast and Furious 6 and stuff like that. But I don't know what happened to her. Like, remember at the end of the movie, Colossus is picking her up, and he's also holding what's her name, the teenage warhead girl. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Angel Dust. They never showed. But the Ajax dude got shot in the head, which that was one of the funnier parts. I would say one of the funniest parts for me, though, was when they're like, oh, we're going to go take you to the professor. And he's like, McAvoy or Stewart? I don't know, all these timelines. That was funny. When he made, real life jokes like that, it was really good. And then when he had Hugh Jackman's face, covering his real face, that was good. See, Wolverine was technically in this movie. Technically. I was a little disappointed he wasn't, because he was in all the X-Men movies. And that was funny too when he went to the mansion. He's like, "Why do I only see you two here? Is it because we couldn't afford all the other actors?" That was pretty good. Yeah, all the jokes were fantastic. I wonder if he'll have a chimichanga chimichanga truck in the next movie. And if you stayed after the credits, they did a Ferris Bueller kind of parody thing. When he's wearing the robe or whatever, and he's like, "What are you still doing here?" And then, it cut at the end of that, it just cuts to black, oh, that was the end credit scene. And then it comes back to him again, which is really funny. And he was saying, oh, we're already planning the sequel. We're going to have Cable in it and stuff, and he's this great character that time travels. So I was like, oh, okay, that's really cool that they did that. Because we had to wait till the end of credits, just to see something. And they told us a little bit about the second movie, which was nice. Yeah, trying to think, I don't know. It was just, and that opening was really good. I love that. That was the best opening with all the credits, starring, and all these ridiculous names that they gave everybody. Yeah, it was really good. What else is there to talk about? All the action was good. The violence was over the top, like you'd expect. Yeah. And I love that thing he was doing with the bullets at the beginning. He's like, oh, only have 12 bullets, or was it 11 bullets or something like that? And they showed a countdown each time he shot one. That was funny. Yeah, just jokes throughout. I can't list all of them. It would take too long. Yeah, but I'll say another a gripe I have though, how dramatic it was at points. There was one point where it was all drama. It was just well, am I watching Deadpool? Or it was the part with when he's in the, no, I wouldn't say. Yeah, it was in the part where he's being tortured and stuff and all that. It's just that part kind of felt like it was going on a little too long. There were a few jokes here and there, with Ajax's name, Francis, and all that. But like a lot of it was really like kind of heavy. And there's a part where he's trying to go up to Vanessa, the love interest, and he's all scarred and he doesn't want to show his face. Or it's a lot of like there's a lot of drama. I was surprised, but it was it was still a good movie. You can't have a movie without drama. Can anyone name a movie like a comedy or something there's zero drama in it? Like every comedy's got drama in it. So, yeah, like I said though, I was just surprised how much drama there was. It was a little more than I expected. But yeah, and I really don't think, like at one point in the movie, Colossus, or not, a few points in the movie, Colossus kept saying, "Oh, we're gonna get you to join the X-Men and stuff." I feel like if they crossed over with the X-Men movies, the X-Men movies would have to be rated R, just because Deadpool's in them. So I don't think it's ever gonna happen, sadly. I think Deadpool's gonna be his own kind of franchise thing. Because obviously they keep all the X-Men movies PG-13. If Deadpool's going to be in it, it has to be rated R just because of him being in it. So I think they're going to have Deadpool movies, but they'll throw in a few X-Men people, once in a while, like Colossus or somebody else. Yeah, and I was also surprised they mentioned Batman and Robin and Star Wars. That was okay. I mean, they can mention Star Wars. Well, no, actually, no. This isn't the same. This Fox owns this Marvel, owns this Deadpool. I was going to say Disney owns the cinematic universe, with Captain America and all that stuff. But they did mention Batman and Robin, which is pretty funny. So I feel like Deadpool, you can just get away with anything. Maybe he's just one of those characters where just let him say what he wants. You don't have to bring anything into it, like lawsuits or nothing. Oh, you mentioned Batman, we're going to sue. Just don't do that. I don't think it'll happen, but yeah, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I don't know, I left with this feeling, maybe it was because, all the problems I had trying to get into the theater, with the whole age thing, trying to get my sister in and stuff, was kind of ruined it for me, but then I got in the movie, and it made me feel better, but, I don't know, I feel like something might have been missing, it just felt, I know usually the first movie in the series is kind of just generic, beginning, middle, end, big fight at the end, intro story, origin story, whatever you want to call it, or you meet the hero and stuff. Maybe the sequels or follow-ups, whatever, crossovers, whatever they're going to do with Deadpool will probably be better because they know what to do this time around. But for our first attempt, though, I think fans will really like it, and I really liked it, so I think that's all I have to say. Yeah, nothing else really. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll be doing more movie reviews. Mostly it'll probably be older movies. I'll just call them throwback reviews or something like that. But yeah, please check out my other stuff on my channel. I do other videos, I react to wrestling and stuff, and I talk about movies that are underrated. I'll do Watchmen too, because that's underrated to me. I love Watchmen. And I do unboxings and stuff when movies come out in Blu-ray, like the special editions, like Steelbooks and stuff like that. Yeah, so check out my channel. I'll be uploading a lot more often, and hopefully I get better at these movie reviews, because right now I'm it's kind of late, so I'm really tired, and I haven't done one of these before, so oh well, that's what happens. So yeah, alright, thank you.